Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com, and tonight we're going to make a sour cream pound cake that's got a little bit of an apple, spicy, nutty filling inside the batter. Alright, so we need to get started. Alright, I'm going to turn my burner on because the first thing we're going to do is make that little apple filling. So what I've got is 1.5 cups of kind of shredded apples. In fact, I did it about an hour ago and they've already turned a little dark, but that's okay. These are pink lady apples and it took 3 of them. All right, and I did put it in my food processor to chop them up a little better. So we've got 2 tablespoons of butter that we're melting in the pot. And we are going to cook this filling a little bit. Alright, just waiting for it to melt. I'm going to turn my burner down to about maybe medium. Yeah, because this little filling's going to need to cool. It doesn't have to be completely cold, but it needs to cool quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put 1.5 cups of these kind of shredded apples in there. Now, water is going to cook out of these apples some, so we want to let them cook for just a little bit. Make sure they're done. They already smell really, really good. Alright, y'all, we're going to let these cook for, let's just say, about 2 minutes, and then we'll be back, okay? And add the other ingredients. Alright, so we've let our apples cook about 2 minutes, and remember you need to put the 2 tablespoons of butter in your pan before you dump the apples in. So we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Just sprinkle it over those apples. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. I'm just using self-rising because it really doesn't make any difference. Just 1 tablespoon. And we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of dark brown sugar. Just 1/3 of a cup. And you want to pack it in the cup. There we go. Alright, so we're going to continue cooking this mixture. And you want to stir it constantly once you put in the brown sugar and that flour. And just keep stirring it for at least another couple of minutes. Just mashing that. Any little flour lumps. Smells like fall in here. Alright, because those apples now are chopped up pretty small, of course they're going to further cook inside the cake, so we're about done with that now. I'm just cut my burner off and cook it just a little bit longer. You want to stir it constantly now because you don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan. Alright, we're going to take this off that burner now and set it right over here, and we're going to add to this 3/4 of a cup of ground up walnuts. Now, or chopped really fine is maybe a better way to say it. 3/4 of a cup. Dump those in. Mix that all around. And now we want to put this in a little, I'm putting it in a little Pyrex container and allow it to cool. Because we want to be able to incorporate that into the batter. And just spread it out in there and let it be cooling. Alright, so we're ready to make our cake batter now. So you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees, and you also want to grease and flour a 10-inch tube pan. Make sure you get plenty of grease in there, or I used Crisco, and also then dust it with flour. Alright, so I'm going to move y'all around a little bit, and we're going to start making the batter. Alright, I moved y'all over on the cooktop. I had to wait a little while for my burner to completely cool down. Is it on record? It is. Alright, so we're ready to get started now. So what I've got here for the batter is 1 1/2 sticks of butter, or 3/4 of a cup, and I'm hoping that it's at room temperature. So we're going to put that on. And to that we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of sugar. And I'm also going to add 3 large eggs and 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now, we're going to go ahead and mix this up until it's kind of light and fluffy, so we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, we mixed this up for just a couple of minutes with the KitchenAid on almost on high. So now we're going to turn it on low, and we're going to add 3 cups of self-rising flour is what I'm using. Now, if you're using regular flour, not self-rising, then you need 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, and about, I think, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt would do it. Alright, so I'm using the self-rising flour just because I super like this flour. Alright, so we're going to add that. We're going to add flour, then we're going to add sour cream. And this is 1 1/2 cups of sour cream. Now, you want regular sour cream, not the fat-free, because that kind of won't work in this recipe. You need all that fat in there to help make the cake moist. So we're just going to add it, starting with flour. Just going to add a couple of big tablespoons. And then we're going to do the same with the sour cream. I'm going to have to use a spatula to get all this sour cream out of my measuring cup. Alright, now we want to end with the flour. So I'm going to put the rest of the flour in. A little bit at a time. Oops. Too much at one time here. Alright, let's stop this now and scrape it down just a little bit. This is a very stiff batter. Alright, just a little more mixing and we'll be done. Alright, that's going to do it. Yeah, it kind of sprayed my flour out. Wipe that up. Go ahead and unplug that. So I've got my pan. It's a 10-inch tube pan, and I greased it up with Crisco, and then I sprinkled the pan with some flour. Alright, I'm going to move y'all again over to the stove because it's a lot better with the light, so hold on. Alright, so now we are ready to put the filling or the batter in the bottom of the cake pan, and we're just going to use, I don't know, maybe 2 cups, and we're going to layer our filling in there. That ought to be good enough. Just spread it out. The filling, of course, is still a tiny bit warm, but we're going to put that in there. Just spread it out a little bit. Spread it out. Alright. Now we're ready for some more filling, or some more batter, excuse me. We're ready to spread that one out. Yeah, this is a lot of trouble, but it's going to be delicious. More of that filling. Spread that out a little bit. More batter. Spread that out. So it's going to kind of make, it'll almost look like a marble cake when it's done. Spread that out. And then the last third of the filling. And you do want to make this filling enough ahead of time so that it will be cooled. Spread that out a little bit. You want to make sure you grind your nuts up so they're really finely chopped. Alright, so that's the last of the filling. And now I'm going to let the final layer be the batter. This is a very, very rich batter. See if I can get all of that out of there. Alright, now we just want to spread it around as evenly as you can. Now we're going to bake this in a preheated 325 degree oven, and we're going to cook it for an hour. And after an hour, we're going to check it with a toothpick to make sure that it's done. And your toothpick comes out clean. Yeah, this cake's a lot of trouble, but it's going to be really, really good. All right, y'all, we get ready to put it in the oven now, and we will be back when it's completely done and it's rested for about 20 minutes. Then we'll be back and put a little icing on it. Okay, here's the cake. It's all done. It's not completely cooled, but I'm going to cut us a piece anyway. We'll be right back, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. All right, there's what it looks like on the inside. Here's a piece for me and a piece for Mr. Bucky. All right, I'm going to taste of this for you, so hold on. All right, we're going to give this a taste, okay? See if it's moist. It's moist. And taste of some of that with the apple and the nuts. Very good. I can taste apple, and I can really taste those pecans. Oh, very, very good. All right, y'all. We will see y'all next time. You see what time I finished? It's what? About 10 minutes till 11 at night, y'all. So I'll be posting this probably in the morning. All right, we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.